morning to all Miami Dolphin fans. We're all things Miami Dolphins here, as every day we will talk about the NFL draft, free agency, Miami Dolphins players that might be leaving us, Miami Dolphin players that might be having their contract rework, players from other teams that the Dolphins may start having their eye on. And of course, like I say, when you got Justin in the room from JPF Scout digging in the trenches, we're going to be talking about the NFL draft. Is a specialty of Justin. And with no further ado, let me bring in Justin. Good morning, Justin. How are you?
Good morning, man. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing well, man. It's good, man. I can't complain. We're getting closer and closer to the new league year. At this time next week, we've already known some rumors that came out the previous Monday about the legal tampering period. And so that's going to be cool. We're going to have probably names linked to the Miami Dolphins that they've been working on contracts. And it's just a matter of formality of making it official come March 15th when the new league kicks in. So that's always an enjoyment. And but I expect any day I'm in here. Maybe it's Steve's that come and visit us, and all these guys will come in with breaking news that the Dolphins have reworked. I keep on waiting for it, but we haven't reworked any contracts yet. So I know we got more or less this week, but they got to get on it. So because other teams you see, like the Titans, are all over making all these moves to get people off their books and stuff. So it's Miami's going to have to start getting there too if they want to have money to play with come next Monday in the legal tampering period.
Yeah, I'm seeing moves already starting to shake down. Yesterday, I seen Derek Carr is going to agree to a 4-year deal with the Saints. Geno Smith agreed to a 3-year deal with the Seahawks for $35 million annually.
Oh, that's crazy. He turned that 1 year into a big payday, man.
Exactly. Now I'm trying to sit this is kind of a good point. Like, we're trying to sign our guy, right? And we're talking, is he better than Geno Smith?
Healthy, yes.
Is he worth more? So now we're talking. Look, see, now Tua's price just went up because the market's kind of setting itself. So in my opinion, you should have made that deal when you could have, but for $25 million annually, if you could have, because it would have saved you a lot of money. And now here we are.
But the thing is, it's available. I still don't think they're kicking themselves because I think they'd be willing to pay the young man if he's healthy. That's all, So I think though they rolled that dice and well, he hasn't stayed healthy. Let's see him through a whole season. So they're going to roll with that, and they hope that they have to pay him because they'd have to pay him at the end of this year. Something went right, and where we did well. So it means he played like a 17-game season. And hopefully some playoff games. Excuse me.
Let's
choked up when we talk football. I get choked up.
Then you hit me up last night with a rumor that just won't die, one that just won't go away. Everybody's talking about it again today.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady's talking about he wants to come out of retirement and watch out for the Dolphins. So that's out there. I don't know how much you would take that into consideration at all.
I know.
At this point.
The Rich Eisen guy, he was very careful on how he worded it. He didn't say he heard from Tom Brady. He didn't say he even heard from people that talk. He just heard in circles around the NFL combine. But that could just be guys spreading rumors, so you never know. But so he didn't make it sound like a home run story. He just said what he was hearing, which is his job as a reporter if he's hearing those rumors that come out. And then, of course, once you mention Tom Brady, even, with any team, it's just going to get attention because Tom Brady,
Guess who's back? Back again. G-Man's back. Tell a friend. Yeah.
Hey, thank you, G-Man. Happy to have you back. Make sure you smash that like button for us this morning.
Absolutely. And then there's also the news that the Chiefs said they're not going to franchise tag Orlando Brown. So that's very surprising to me. You really wanted to go out there and fix things up the way I want to do it. Go get Orlando Brown, but just try to make it as cost-effective as possible.
That's a key word. I don't think you're going to be able to make it cost-effective.
Probably not, because he's going to break the bank.
I'm going to bring up one of your write-ups, and because I know you had him very high, and I'm just going to ask you what your thoughts of him now that his height has come. Does that affect you at all?
No, it really doesn't affect me. Not at all. Not one bit. And the reason why is because if you read the write-up on DolphinsThirsty.com, if you're interested in, some scouting stuff and some scouting stuff on there, he's going to have the write-up part on there. It's like a little bit longer than normal, but it's kind of like that when I do a quarterback. you'll read that on there. I've shared my thoughts with him, how he makes plays off script that, I mean, they just remind me of pure brilliance. This guy does things that when he gets outside the pocket, it's not like a quarterback. To me, he's like a point guard. He kind of turns into a little Mahomes-esque a little bit, makes plays off script, some off rhythm throws, different arm angle throws. He does some great stuff.
So I was just wondering if the 5'10" scared you off, because originally you eyeballed him, or no, you were getting your height off the Alabama site. When you do your initial, you can only go by, and you even knew, you had told me off script, he's probably not going to be 6 feet because they always give him a couple inches. So you were right, but I just didn't know when you saw 5'10", not 5'11", that maybe that would scare you off from being still your number one ranked quarterback on the board.
No, he's my number one ranked quarterback on the board. He's going to stay there. He will be, in my opinion, he will be the first pick off the board. I don't care what anybody says. That's going to be, if you were going to bet a betting man, take Bryce Young, because that's going to be the first pick.
Yes, I get it, because Mike Marula, I think he was out of Boston College back in the day, and he wowed people.
Just like Mike Gesicki. Mike Gesicki did the same thing, and he ain't crap either. So honestly, it's the same thing.
And there are a lot of, like I said, Anthony Richardson might be the number one pick if it was just a drafting for the you want a team with skills and win 40s at quarterback position for you or whatever. But
do you know,
if you want to
go ahead.
If you want to win football, I was just being sarcastic. So I was saying, if you wanted to win like the all skills competition every year, have your quarterback go throw some, maybe he will win some running drills. But as far as, like I said, I've seen the kid. I hope the kid proves me wrong and he goes on and be a superstar NFL quarterback like I watched all these guys do well. But I watched it because my son attends the University of Florida. I watched a lot of University of Florida football. He couldn't even beat out one of the kids last year. It was like him the previous year. Then the kid transferred, and Anthony was handed the reins this year to be the starting quarterback.
You're talking about.
I mean, he
Emory.
had.
You're talking about
Emory. Yeah,
Emory
sorry.
Jones. Yeah, I
don't. My brain doesn't have that instant recall anymore like you do. Now, if I was going back and talking about AJ Dewey and David Woodley, I could have some instant recall. But all these other names, like I watched them for a couple seasons, and they're not on the team I'm watching anymore, and they're evaporated out of my brain.
Right. Like the thing about the Richardson kid, like when I scouted him and I took a look and I watched a couple different games because I want to make sure to get a good digestion of the quarterbacks. Like I told you, I do the quarterbacks literally last because I need more time to digest them because there's a lot more to look at. Man, did he make some passes that you're just like, wow, oh my God, not a normal human can make that throw. Right. It's like, it blows you away. But then you're like, whoa, what happened right there? Oh my God, he missed that read. Oh, that one's at his feet. Oh, this one's high. Oh, this one's behind his receiver. And I mean, eventually it starts to become a problem where you're like, dude, you can't pass yet. Like your rhythm is all off. And if someone wants to work with the kid, which I think it can be done.
Yeah, he needs to cook. If he's a top round pick, like in the top 10, like some people are saying he may slip into now, and they expect him to be a franchise from day one, you're going to have a little bit of trouble. If they can treat him like Mahomes and come behind a veteran quarterback for a year, maybe with the right coaching staff, a big combination of things. Not a coaching staff's going to get just looking to save their job and is going to be fired. They need like someone that's stable in their job.
The first thing I see with him is he's got a setup and a technique problem. He's a little bit heel to toe clicky. So when he drops back, his heels and toes click together. So I want your base to be wider. Like watch Caleb Williams from USC. His base is really wide. I like guys, quarterbacks that have a wide base. So when they drop back like Manning, their base is wide. They keep their feet moving. His feet are a mess.
Like Caleb Williams and Richardson, granted, one's coming out and one's not until next year, but obviously, Caleb Williams is a million times ahead of where Anthony.
He's
Richardson
a million times ahead, and like I seen him try to make an out like a 5-yard out route, right? And he's like his hips and his legs are pointed like out toward the sideline instead of up the field toward the receiver. So it's where his feet and his hips are pointing. All that. It's like Justin Herbert. He was a mess and he got fixed, but he had Pep Hamilton to help him. So he needs a good quarterback coach to come in there and help fix him. He's a little wonky. He's a little messy. He makes a little bit of reads sometimes and throws to where I'm like, what the hell are you doing? Like, I'll give you an example, like a tunnel screen or like a bubble. Instead of like just putting it right on the receiver with that laser arm he has, he tries to lead him up the field. I'm like, you don't throw it up. You don't throw it up the field, bro. You don't throw it there.
Your buddy Sean was on the Anthony Richardson before everyone else. He liked him, way
Well,
before.
he's got a certain set of skills that I could see why Sean likes him, because you could turn him into something.
Yeah.
To me, it's just a project. So anybody who doesn't think it's a project, get ready for reality. If you jump him in there from week one and you're like, he's my starter, he's going to start, because it's going to be a rough sledding.
Yeah, he may give you some big runs like a Justin Fields from time to
That's
time,
fine.
but it's right. That's
I
a
mean, as far as a quarterback goes and
Oh
passing
no, I'm
yards,
with you. I'm just saying, no, I'm just playing a little devil's advocate. Yeah.
no.
So,
He can run and he can be explosive, but you got to ask yourself, is that okay? Here, I'll give you a perfect scenario. Lamar Jackson goes to the Jets. Anthony Richardson now needs to be a target of the Ravens, because you
yeah.
need to go over there and set up a. He has to be set up, or wherever Greg Roman is, someone like that that can work the quarterback. You have to work the system around that
No,
quarterback.
I agree.
Otherwise, he's never going to be
Given the right
successful.
situation, he might be able to make it. But if he gets thrown, I agree. I've watched him play. He had
Yep.
some wow moments. And that's all.
See,
We're
it's
not going to touch too much because the Dolphins don't really need a quarterback. But I just
one more thing
so
about Richardson. This is the scout talk and the GM talk around the whole league right now. Okay, you don't want to be the GM or the guy who passes on a guy who could be next level great explosive, the next big thing in the league. But you also don't want to draft a quarterback knowing you're going to wait 2 or 3 years and the guy maybe just will never pick up the game and never pick up the speed of the game and how it's played and all the reads you got to make and everything you got to go through as a quarterback. It's a very hard position to play. Probably the hardest to play, if not, you know what I mean? Besides center and like tight end, those are really hard positions to play.
no, I agree that you've always said tight end is one of the hardest, and I know
It's
or
rough, bro.
center, and there's
Center's real
other
rough.
positions too. Anywhere you got to be like a signal caller and do all kinds of different positions, that's going to be hard too, and that's why some of these the Dolphins
Want
need.
to see his Wonderlick score? Sure, I bet. Wow, what is it?
Yeah.
Those don't
Oh,
really
I
mean
know,
that
G
much
man.
either.
I understand what you say. We do maybe need a quarterback, but I'm saying it's not realistic where the Dolphins are drafting this year that they're gonna.
Nope. My buddy Sean would want to trade up for this dude and then sit him behind Tua and slow cook him and bring him along, and then you would have a better quarterback in like 2 or 3 years. I don't know. I don't know if I'm even with that at this point, because it's
I
like,
think Sean was
do we
working
know?
under the assumption that Anthony Richardson was going to be sitting there in the second round at the time. Now there's talk about the first round.
Yeah.
Is Yeah, so
Well, he still might be. I mean, no one knows anything for sure.
no,
Maybe
no one knows
everybody,
for sure.
maybe all the armchair quarterbacks and armchair GMs are a lot hotter on Anthony Richardson than the NFL scouts. We don't know that yet. We won't know until draft day. So then
Yeah,
we'll really know.
no. And like I said, I do believe the Dolphins need a quarterback, if nothing else, for competition in the quarterback room behind Tua. I mean, because I do believe if what they're saying,
So
they're more or less saying that Tua's the guy, but they do want competition because, as for Skylar Thompson, when they asked him about
yep.
Skylar Thompson, the coach said, "Yeah, well, we're always bringing competition, but yeah, he showed a lot. He played in some meaningful football games, so
The
you never
running back
know."
market's starting to dry up as well. If you haven't noticed, the Cowboys, I don't know why they did this. The dude just got
Oh yeah,
injured.
they franchised
They
him.
franchised Tony Pollard, but then the Raiders came out, said too, and they're going to franchise tag Jacobs, so he's off the market. This is going to go the same way I thought it was going to. There's going to be very little backs that are going to be on the market. Remember yesterday we did the little scenario where I broke down all the free agents I would like to pick and blah, 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 blah. Already one of them came off the board. Lorenzo Carter, I guess, is going back to Atlanta or whatever. So that's one off the board. See, so these things are going to start happening now. Dominoes are going to start to fall. I've seen a lot of people getting ready to be released. Bud Dupree from the Titans. The Chiefs are expected to release Frank Clark. Calvin Ridley's back. Calvin
Oh
Ridley
yeah,
got
he's been
reinstated.
reinstated to the league.
Yep. And then obviously we heard yesterday, I texted you after we got done with our show, the biggest news. We talked about this on Dolphins Daily probably about a month ago. And I brought up a scenario where the Dolphins would trade for King Henry. Derrick Henry is being shopped around by the Tennessee Titans. There's a lot of people who would not want to do that. They'd rather go get a 35-year-old safety because they think it gives us a better chance to win. I disagree. I think you need someone like Derrick Henry to take the load off of Tua, then he doesn't have to carry it all. Your defense should be better no matter what because you brought in Vic Fangio.
Yeah, but you would have to rework his contract because he has like 1 year remaining or whatever, and it's like a 15 or 16 million cap hit. They were
So
saying.
Derrick
So
Henry.
yeah,
So trade for him and then give him a brand new deal and rework the whole thing. It's doable, bro.
no, it's doable, but yeah, you don't want to take in a 16 million hit for a running back. I don't know. We'll see. I know you want to do anything that helps the Dolphins win. I want to do anything that helps the
I'll be
Dolphins
honest
win.
with you. This the $16 million that isn't even yours or mine. If that's what they did with that, I mean, it shouldn't. It doesn't matter. Like we got to drop that. We got dead weight on the back end too that I don't even know what we're doing with yet. Like the out of Ogba and Jerome Baker and the guy I really don't want to get rid of would be Brandon Jones, but it's like he's the outlier of the guys. I'm like, what are we doing?
Well, there's
with
a few names I've seen thrown around, like Crossan. I know he's one of your guys' buddies, but they were saying he could be a cap hit because he doesn't. There's not going to be much dead. He doesn't have a
Sure.
huge number, but there's no debt, not much dead money if you get rid
It'd
of
probably
him.
save you $1 million, maybe two. Like I
Yeah.
think it wouldn't save you a lot, but I could see some different things happening. Like, look, Jameis Winston got released. They're trying to save money there. There's another backup quarterback on the market. The Rams are trying to release Leonard Floyd. I mean, look, everybody's starting to clear cap. We're coming up. We're going to start clearing cap too.
Yep. No, I agree.
Yep, Buffalo, I heard the same thing, G-Man. Yep, Buffalo is in the Derrick Henry mix. That would not be good for the Dolphins. That's why you jump the head of them and be like, no, we'll give you this, 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 and this, and some picks, and you take Derrick Henry.
But we're already so low in draft capital. I just, and
you don't give them draft capital out of this draft. Maybe you give them 51. Listen, dude, check it out. You give them your pick. I'll give you a choice, okay? You can take Baker, Ogba. I don't want to really get rid of Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones for Henry, straight up. You can take those three players, or you can take a second round pick this year, which would be, I think, what it'd be, pick 51, and then I'll give you a second round pick in the 2024 draft.
I don't know. Well, like I say, we will see, but we will drop a link here in a few minutes. Anthony, just bear with us for a minute. But yeah, also. I know Ogba.
Anthony.
Yeah. But we're going to drop a link for him here in 1 minute.
Hey, Colorado,
where
man.
are you at
Were you at the club when John Morant was flashing his piece? Dude was packing heat.
Hell
no, I wasn't there. I don't go to the club and be cutting off and things like that. I'm a old man. I'll sit back and watch football tape and get my defensive line ready to play the game in New Mexico. No. Not club for me.
I mean, how dumb can people be when you start putting out stuff on the internet? I mean, good God. I mean, film yourself doing stupid stuff. That's like the new way in 2023.
Yeah. Why would you?
Just like these little thugs that do street crimes and they film themselves doing the street crime and they get busted. It's just like, I mean,
I got some John Morant cards I'm invested in on it, and it had me this close to wanting to sell them because I was like, damn, bro, the hell are you doing? Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah. I'm a Ogba. He's someone that could be traded, but you're probably going to only get like a fourth or a fifth for him if they take his contract.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Honestly, if somebody offered me a fourth or a fifth, I'd even offer to pay some of the contract just to get it off my books. Like, I didn't want to make that deal when we did it. I was the one who was like, no, I want to trade Ogba. Like, we traded Shaq Lawson, remember, like 2 years ago?
Yeah, I know. But by the time we wanted to trade him last year, it was too late. It was going to about hit free agency.
Yeah, I know. But before we gave him the bag, dude, I was like, yo, let's just trade him. I want to do the same thing with Jerome Baker. And here we are 2 years later wanting to trade him.
And then another name that's popped up in trade circles, Cedric Wilson. But they're saying he would be like a
Bug Life, homie.
He's like a seventh. Cedric Wilson will get like a seventh round.
Yeah,
seventh round pick.
Round pick or something.
But it would free up money.
I would take that and free up the bread on that. I think that's a smart thing. I just realized this, JP. We don't really have depth on the defensive line after our starters in terms of pass rushers. If we trade Emmanuel Ogba, screws it up. That's not true. You can go and fill those out of the draft with a pass rusher in the later rounds, or you could even go pick up a free agent. You did re-sign a couple guys to futures contracts that they are very high on. In the Jared Bronson kid. He played a couple games, too, for us last year. And plus, they also got that Jalen Twyman, who actually put up 42 bench press reps of 225 pounds, former University of Pittsburgh 3-tech. He's real good, bro. He's just raw, has great pass rush skills. He's just raw. He's real green. He needs to learn how to string it all together and get a little
all together. I give you credit for having that all on the top of your brain about this random football player, man.
Yeah, and he's on our team now, so you've already got him, So here we go. Ogba is a tweener, too small for DN, not fast enough for linebacker. Yeah, I agree. He's definitely a tweener. He's like a 5 techie and can squeeze down and give you some 3 tech. The problem I have with the Ogba, and like I hear where you're going with it, Anthony, but we can come up with depth somewhere else. Um, I just don't. He's a one-trick pony. He's like a Mike Gesicki of 3 techs. He's got a bull rush
I
and
mean, if he
a
would
bull
rework
jab.
his contract, maybe they don't have. I don't know if he's
He
willing to
bats balls
rework.
down at the line of scrimmage. He does a couple different things, I guess. But in my opinion, he's only got one pass rush move, and that's a bull rush and a bull jab, and maybe an arm over here or there. But there's nothing really to the guy, bro. Like, we can get that on the open market, or we can get it out of the draft. I don't understand the infatuation with these guys as players that we have on our team. You guys, okay? I'm going to say this. It's going to sound rude, but I'm going to say it anyway. I don't understand the infatuation with the players on our team that aren't even attached to our current coach. I don't get it. The Ogba's not McDaniel's guy. Baker's not his guy. Xavier Howard's not even his guy. Byron Jones is not his guy. Noah Benogany's not his guy. Liam Eichenberg's not his guy.
G-Man did bring up a good. He wasn't even being that productive last year before he got hurt.
No, bro, he disappears too in like the games where you need him in December and stuff. Even the year where he had 9 sacks, he got those in like the first 6 weeks of the season. Then he was like Casper the Friendly Ghost, bro. JP, is there a pure hand in the dirt pass rusher in this year's draft that you would be willing to draft at 52 that is going to be switching between D end and D tackle? Why do you ask that? Like, is that like someone you want to get rid of on the line besides Ogba, or is this for Ogba's spot you're talking about? Because if it's for Ogba's spot, yeah, bro, there's a couple of them, and you don't have to even get them at pick 51. You could probably get them, or you could get them somewhere later in the draft, bro, like mid, like Lucas Van Ness. That would work.
I'm going to throw the link for him. It's going to be easier for him to say it than write it, probably.
Yeah, let him come on in, bro. Anthony's good people. For Emmanuel spot, yeah.
I dropped the link for you, Anthony.
Yeah, you know what?
Or anyone can jump on the link, not just Anthony.
There definitely is a guy. Me and Rob have been talking about him through this whole process. I would go put a Corey Durden in Emmanuel's Ogba spot, and I bet you get the same amount of production, if not better.
The reason why I asked that, JP, is because honestly, I feel there is no way in hell that Lucas falls all the way to where we are. He's a first-round pick.
He won't fall honestly that far. Fine, give me Mike Morris. I'll take Morris in that spot.
How about Zach Harrison?
Who? Harrison's not going to fall that far. I love his game. Don't get me wrong.
He's one of your later round targets.
I'm talking like someone like this right here, Corey Durden, bro. Look, a 90. He's just as good as what Emmanuel Ogba maybe can give you. 6'4", 310. Not good feet, good change of direction, decent change of balance, decent speed.
Is he a pure outside guy, or does he switch?
No, he's a tweener. He's a tweener. He can play a little bit of 3 tech. He can give you squeeze down, maybe even play a little bit of 1, but he's more like out 5 tech, 3 techy.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant to. That's what I was trying to say. A pure outside guy. I don't want a guy that's a tweener. I want a pure outside. Is there any pure outsiders?
Yeah, but you said you want somebody who's a pure guy who's a hand in the dirt. Hand in the dirt's going to be someone who's 5 tech or 3 tech. If you want a pure edge guy, pure edge, then fine. I'll take the kid I just looked at that I'm falling in love with would be the Isaiah Land kid out of Florida A&M. But if you don't like him, fine. Give me someone a little bit beefier. You want someone beefier? Fine. Give me the Habukak Baldonado. I'll take either or because both score high. Or you don't. You want someone even. Maybe
I want someone
McDonald.
in the mid. I want some. Well, I'm going to say this. This for the defensive end. This is what I want. I want someone that's beefy that can stand up to the run, but has enough speed to go around the tackle.
But you want a defense? Are you talking defensive end and what kind of a set though? 3-4, 4-3,
3-4,
3-4. Then
Yeah.
he's got to be more 3 techie, 5 techie. You're asking for a dude who's pure edge rusher who stands up. That's a 3-4 outside linebacker. Like,
oh, that's what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say.
you want a
I
3-4 outside
3-4.
linebacker? Fine, I'll take definitely the first dude I just talked about. The dude I just got done scouting, scored a 97. He's listed as an outside linebacker. He's not. He's an edge rusher. He's a finesse edge rusher with a lot of underrated power, and that would be the Isaiah Land out of Florida A&M. Remember the name, because you're going to hear it. Isaiah Land out of Florida A&M. His hand placement is so nice, you guys. Literally, when he gets up underneath some dude's pads, he manhandles him. He's very speedy. The thing I really like about him the most is his effort. He never stops on a play. 100% pure hair on fire, plays through the whistle, will chase down quarterbacks from behind, from the trail position, real strong with his hands. In fact, there's times where the dude actually looks like he's unblockable.
Yeah.
Well, switching positions real quick. G-Man threw up Jack Campbell's name, who we talk about almost every single day on our show.
Bro,
and
this
a lot of people like his game, G-Man. He is moving up. In all of our mocks, we've been taking him in the 3rd round. That's no longer going to be.
I'm going to tell you right now, bro, you want Jack Campbell now? You want him on the Dolphins? Better be willing to trade up, because that's the only way we're going to get him.
There's a few big guys like Mel Kiper and the other guy that works for
Todd McShay.
Todd McShay. They're saying that he might be a 1st-round pick.
I know. He's gone that crazy, man. It's gone.
He's got that kind of game, you guys. His game tape matches his combine workout.
That was it. They were thinking his combine wasn't going to be that good. They go, oh, he's one of those old school football players that he's good on the football field, but he's not going to test well. And then he blew people away.
We talked about this. Remember, we talked about this months ago.
I think it was the number 1 cone drill for all linebackers.
Yeah, no, and I said this multiple. I said this even in the chat when I first joined. Jack Campbell it's going to be like Leo Chanel last year, where people, because of the scheme they ran, they didn't really showcase their athleticism, and they're going to surprise you in the combine. He didn't run fast, which really doesn't matter to me with the linebacker. The 3-cone and the short shuttle are the more important things.
Yeah, those are the most important, dude. Absolutely.
And he scored number 1 in the cone. So
he's good, bro. I told you, his change of direction matches his game tape. Like, honestly, this dude is exactly what the Dolphins need at linebacker. I'm not going to lie. He's been my target this whole time. Jack Campbell is my target throughout this whole draft. I have him targeted. I wanted him at 71 or 77, whatever pick we have.
See, a lot of people say Zach Thomas. JP, when I look at him, he reminds me of Jack Lambert.
Boom.
Steelers.
Boom. There you go. What a great.
Because he's bigger than Zach Thomas. Because Zach Thomas, wasn't.
I like G-Man's analogy of him too, though. He says John Offerdahl. I love me some old John Offerdahl. That was my favorite.
Both of them playing wise, awesome. But statured wise,
he ran. Like I said, he's a combination of Jack and his teammate with Pittsburgh. I forgot his linebacker partner.
Jack Ham.
Yeah, he's more athletic than Jack Ham.
Yep.
But he's not he's down the middle.
Yeah,
he's between them.
Right, quick. Let's get to this comment, guys. The first thing we need to make sure of when we draft is durability. We need tough guys. We have too many injury-prone players. Bingo, bro. Yeah, you need to look at durability first. And if a dude's a little bit injured, banged up, maybe you might want to put him on a list of being like, hey, he's a little banged up. I don't know. Maybe we'll put him to the side. Steve, thank you, my man. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends, family, and neighbors. Thank you. Please, yes, like and subscribe.
And make sure to follow Steve tonight, 7:30 p.m. on the Fins Talk Sports Network. He will be the main host of Real Talk.
JP, Talk. I was talking to a friend of mine who's a Dolphins fan. He's in England right now because of the military. I recommended your channel, and he subscribed last night.
Awesome, bro. That's awesome. We appreciate you networking for us, bro. We appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you, Anthony.
I mean, out of all the guys that are in this draft, I'll be honest with you, we've talked about this numerous times, you guys. Honestly, I'm really liking the whole complete lineup. There's lots of players, lots of corners, lots of safeties, lots of receivers, lots of running backs. Even
the linebacker is very weak, though. The linebacker is very thin.
It's filling out okay. It is thin. It's kind of reminds me of the tight ends. You know, it's like there's some, but there's not a lot. It's the same thing with the centers and the guards. There's really not a lot of centers. There's really not a lot of guards.
There's a lot of guards, but they're more power gap guys.
Yep,
there's a lot of
A lot of power gap guys, but you
There's
can make
not
it work
the-
with a guy like the Utah kid, the Daniels kid. I loved his workout. I would draft him anywhere.
Well, would you say a guy like get the guy from Baylor, the guy that we drafted in one of our mock drafts, the
Connor Galvin?
Connor Galvin, is he more of a, in terms of the tackle position, is he more a power gap tackle?
No, he's a
or a wide zone guy like what we're going to be running?
He's outside zone scheme. He fits our scheme perfect because that's outside zone scheme. That's what they ran at Baylor. Oh, news about this kid too. Put up 38 bench press reps at the combine. He tore his ACL. He is going to be out for the season. So anybody willing to invest money in Andrew Voorhees, you're going to need to be willing to sit him down for a whole season. It's unfortunate, but this is what happens every year at the combine. Someone's going to suffer an injury and get hurt. I feel bad for the young man.
What player like that was projected in like the fourth or fifth round? Now that you feel is going to jump into the third or second round, that performed well
after the combine workouts. I can tell you a couple. One of the first.
Did Riley Moss perform well?
Yeah, Riley Moss is definitely climbing up draft boards, but the one that's shooting up draft boards right now because of his 40 time would be Will Mallory out of the University of Miami, the tight end. But I don't think the tape matches the combine workout. I think he just made himself an extra couple $1 million because he ran a good 40 time. Good for you. Take the money and run with it. I think there's another.
No. You know what it is? Like, to be honest, Mario Cristobal scheme. I'm a Hurricanes fan, dude. And they don't really, in terms of the tight end position, they like receiving tight ends, but they prefer the guys to be inline blockers. And
Right.
Will Mallory really didn't fit the scheme that well, and he wasn't really utilized to his full potential.
So he's a Mike Gesicki.
He's like, no.
Can he block in line?
No, he's a better blocker than Gesicki.
He's a better blocker than Gesicki. That's not.
Yeah, he was an inline blocker coming out of high school, but they transitioned because they didn't have a lot of receivers when he came in as a freshman. They switched them to the outside and stuff like that. But he was a wide tight end. Wait, this is an honest question. When it comes to the tight end position, is the Y the inline or is it the other one?
Is the
Y?
The Y is the flex out tight end.
What is it? What do they call the inline guy?
He's just he's just an inline tight end. Inline.
No, because I thought there was a letter that they use for that. Like, you know how they say the Y is the guy on the outside? I thought they used to.
He's just an inline tight end.
Yeah.
I don't know if they have a number for him or a letter.
Did Tucker shoot up draft boards now since his performance?
The kid out of Syracuse?
No, Tucker Kraft.
Oh, yeah. Tucker Kraft is shooting up boards a little bit as well. I have him rated, but just not as high as everybody else.
Is he a better? Would you say he's better at blocking than Mike, or is he about the same level?
Blocking?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, he's way better blocker than Mike Gesicki ever would dream of being. Yeah, I would take this kid over Mike Gesicki any day of the week. Because
route running.
He can block. He fits the
Does
system.
he round off his routes of the tape you saw of him? Is he a route rounder?
You have him as 7, Justin. You have him as a 7.
Yeah, he does have that tendency to do some rounded off routes and not put his foot down and cut as sharply as I'd like. But you could work with him on that and make it go away. It just takes time.
What's weird, that's the issue Gesicki had coming out of college, and it seems the coaching, either it was the coaching that wasn't teaching him correctly, or was him refusing to learn it.
I think it's him. I think it's him refusing to learn it. I've seen numerous times where he's supposed to carry routes up the seam, like some set of stitches, because that's the way it's designed, and he's cutting it across into a dig, a long crosser. Like, these are the things that you can't do in the NFL. You have to be on the same page. You got to know where you need to be, where you have to be at all times. His routes weren't ever really that clean. So, yeah, I mean, this kid is the same thing. I don't know, man. I don't want to take a tight end in this draft. I want to get a veteran tight end. I'm done with rookie tight ends for right now.
Well, speaking of guys that shot up draft boards, I'm reading this young man, going back to linebacker real quick. I read that he ran an outstanding 40 time, which, like you say, it's not always everything, but gets people's attention. So what do you think of him rising up boards, Justin?
I knew it was going to happen. I just felt it coming, man, because the
His
tape
size
matches
is just the issue.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he
Yeah,
is
I'm not
the
too worried about the size. If you watched him play, dude, when this dude brings it, he brings it, bro. This dude can tackle like with the best of them. As you can see there, I got his dog. That means he brings a nasty attitude to the game field. His coverage is going to get better because as he gets more, a depth into what he's trying to be asked to do, they can use his speed in coverage situations. He just needs to learn defenses quicker. He doesn't give you a lot of special teams value, but that's fine. He's got decent range. He can blitz a little bit. I like him, dude. I really like him.
He's an upgrade. To me, he's a souped-up version of Jerome Baker.
He's way better than Jerome Baker. This guy can actually play in the sanitation department and stack and shed.
So his 40 time matches up to his tape.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Jerome Baker's really didn't, to be quite honest with you. He had great 40 time too. In fact, Jerome Baker's 40 time and his combine measurements were quite similar to Von Miller's, but they're not playing him like that. That's why I said 3 years ago, I would make Jerome Baker a full-time situational pass rusher and teach him pass rush moves. But he has to become stronger because he's already got a problem stacking and shedding. What makes you think he's going to be able to do that at a pass rusher level versus a tackle? I mean, he's a great blitzer, but that's what I would do with someone like that. I would make you a full-time pass rusher. And
So do you think, honestly, for the linebacker position, JP, since it's not that deep this year, should we wait for next year's draft? Because is the linebacker position a lot better next year?
I don't know about all of that. If you don't like the linebackers that are in this draft,
No, I'm saying deeper in terms of
I don't
depth.
know. I'm not sure about that yet. I haven't looked that far ahead yet. But I know right now, why don't you just go grab a free agent linebacker on the market then that is proven? They're out there. So you can solve this in
Tremaine. I'm saying get the younger guys.
That'll cost too much money. I would go.
I do not care. Seriously.
TJ Edwards. Something
Is
like
he
that.
the same age?
I don't know. I know he led the league in tackles last year for the Eagles. They can't afford to bring back all their players. There's linebackers in this draft. You guys just don't like them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's guys.
No, I like Jack Campbell. I've been talking about him since.
I love Jack Campbell. That's my target.
No, but people say he doesn't fit our scheme.
Who says that?
Some of our fan base says he's not a fit in the scheme. He's more of a he's more of a what is it called? He's a lot of people are saying he's basically a Landon Roberts. Basically, he can't cover.
They're saying he's a traditional linebacker who can't cover. I disagree wholeheartedly. G-Man, I like big linebackers. Yeah, I do too, bro. But there's not a lot of big linebackers in this draft that are going to be able to do the job that Drew Sanders and Jack Campbell or Sewell or Henley. You get 4 right there. I'll take either of the 4. There's another guy in the mix, but no one likes him. And you say big linebackers. Well, Ventrell Miller out of Florida's not big, but he can play the spot.
Vontrell?
Yep, Miller. I like his game, bro.
How about his teammate? Is his teammate in this draft too?
Who?
Vontrell's teammate, the other linebacker at Florida?
I'm not sure which linebacker you're talking about.
Do you like Rashard Torrance and Trey Dean?
I like Torrance. Yeah, I really do like Torrance, and I like Dean. I have Dean. I think he's down really low on my safety board, but I like him. He's got talent. Torrance is rated a little higher than Dean. I'll be honest, man. You guys won't like the way I'm going to do my mock drafts the next time we do a set of them because I'm going to start going with more stuff that I think is value because you can get safeties, corners, running backs, maybe even a wide receiver anywhere in this draft, literally. Like, I like that kid out of Wisconsin, bro, that John Torchio. I like that kid. He's not the fastest, but he's like a perfect little rover robber. He reminds me a lot of like a John Lynch type. He's awesome, man. He does a lot with his pure reads and his his football intellect. He's got a very high football IQ.
If the rumors are true that
Very
we might be
instinctive.
trading Christian Wilkins, if it's true, and we
I
get a
talked
first
about
round
this
pick
months ago, bro.
huh?
Yeah, people have been talking about it for months, but I don't know if it's true. But yeah, anyway, go on.
If it ends up being true and we trade him for a first round pick this year, do you think we were able to draft Trenton Simpson, depending on where we are?
Yeah.
Or is he a top 10 pick now?
No, I don't think he's a top 10 pick. I think if you got the first round pick, that would fall right for you if that's your target. If you're trading Wilkins, though, I need more than just a first round pick. I need a first and a second, or forget it. I'll just keep him. So it's got to be something bigger than that. G-Man, we need a true massive nose tackle built from the inside out. Yes, bro. There's really like two of them in this whole draft, though. And if you really wanted to get a big nose tackle, you're going to need to trade for it. Because is there anyone particularly that you're thinking of, G-Man? Because free agency wise right now, I've been looking. That's what I've been looking for. Khalil Sanders, the former Chiefs player, he's on the market, but he's only 325 pounds. I brought up Dalvin Tomlinson yesterday on the show. He's only 325 pounds.
How about the tackle that's being rumored in trades, Daron Payne?
Daron Payne just signed. They're signing. He's got a free agent tag. They tagged him.
Oh, they tagged him recently?
Yeah, that dude's not going to happen. I love Payne. He was my first guy I wanted on my board, and then they tagged him, so I took him off my board. But I need a real nose tackle, 340 to 350 pounds. The guy I'm thinking of that I like, that's perfect specimen, is the kid that just came out of Georgia last year, Jordan Davis, to the Eagles. I would call up the Eagles and be like, what do you want for him? If you want me to be
they're not giving Fletcher Cox is retiring soon, so I don't think they're going to trade him.
Fletcher Cox is a free agent right now.
Would you get Fletcher, or is he too old?
I would think about it. I might kick the tires on that. Raekwon Davis is the ice cream man, Mr. Softy. Yeah, he's too soft.
No. See, that's a little bit harsh. That's a little bit harsh on Raekwon.
Anthony? Is it? What's he done for us lately, bro? He's been in the league for 3 years and ain't done a damn thing.
For me, I blame the defensive line coach for not developing him.
Don't give me that. Dude, Raekwon Davis he's right. He's soft, bro. You're 6'7", 325 pounds, and you play like you're Kalen Balaj. Come on, I need you to do more, bro. Like, that dude is supposed to be playing like Chris Jones. He's a one-gap penetrator, dude, and very rarely does he even get through. And
you know what?
Bam! Look at that. Here you go, G-Man. What about that dude, Ika? Yeah, that's my top-rated nose tackle on the whole board. The only true, well, not the only, but the one I like the most. I drafted him, and everybody was beating me up over it, G-Man. Ask Rob.
Let's be patient, guys. Maybe Fangio for me, I'm going to be patient. I want to see what Fangio can do with a guy like Raekwon before we give up on him, to be honest.
Sure, but he needs to move over to 3-tech. You need a true nose tech, bro. Fangio's right now in his meeting rooms like, I'm so weak up the middle. I got no nose tackle, and I have no true middle linebacker. Guarantee that's what's going on. Because he does.
Yeah, you know, but Fangio said it in an interview recently. He doesn't use his nose tackle like normal people use their traditional 3-4 nose tackle. He doesn't use it straight up. He uses it off the shoulder, the tackle off the shoulder instead of like, what is it called, directly in front of the center. Do you know what I'm talking about,
you're
JP?
talking about like being straight up. That's called even.
Yeah, even. It's
Well,
not
chiming in real quick, guys. We're gonna run a mock draft for the Dolphins to close out our show. I'm just getting it ready, so you can go on, Justin.
That the difference between him playing the shaded, it's called a one eye, what you're talking about, Anthony, and he can shade him to one shoulder or the other. That's fine, but I still would like you to be traditional, 340 pounds to 350 pounds, and he can use them any way he wants. I know what he's going to do, bro. He's going to show you a lot of fronts and then change.
335 is taking away that you guys say he's soft. Is Raekwon too small? Is 335 too small?
He's not 335. He's 325.
Ooh, let's.
In fact, he'd be lucky to be 325. He's probably more
Yeah,
like
no.
319 pounds. Yeah, he's too
No.
small.
Let's
He's
not
too
do
small.
trades.
He's
Yeah,
a,
we're not
he's a
gonna
three-
we're not
he's
gonna
a
do
th-
trades.
I bet you if you
I was
kicked
just
him out
letting
the free
Justin
tech,
go before I put him on
if
the
you kick
clock.
Oh,
him out the
Ika.
free tech,
Ika.
bro, I bet you
Ika's right
get
there.
something.
Just dropped Ika.
Oh, Drew Sanders is
I
there
would
too,
take
though.
Drew Sanders, but
So who do you want, Anthony? You're our guest today. So who do you want? You want Ika or Drew Sanders?
Sanders to me, he can play linebacker, but in the NFL inside. But I think in the NFL, most teams are gonna evaluate him as a outside linebacker. So we don't really need an outside guy. Ika.
All right, Justin. I know you're biting your tongue. Thank you. So
What?
well, we're gonna. Justin
yeah,
probably would
bro,
have taken.
I think I think he can play either inside or outside. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah, we're
Go
not
to
gonna do-
linebacker now.
I like the Ika pick though. That's probably what
Jack
I would have
Campbell.
done.
Why is
Damn, I
Drew
love it.
Sanders still on the board?
Are you serious, Ty? Are you serious? I would take. Oh my God, take Drew Sanders and see if Jack Campbell falls to 84.
See, I don't think. I do not. Okay, we let Anthony pick on that one. I'm going to let Justin
Drew Sanders.
pick on
Yeah,
this.
Drew.
Now look. Jack Campbell's there. Deny the trade and take Jack Campbell too. I'll take both. I take both. Right.
But like
now,
I said, this is no longer realistic. I don't feel because
no,
I don't
it's
think
not.
Jack Campbell is even going to be in the second round most
But
likely.
if the
But
board
hey,
felt
it's
like that for you, you would be nuts not to just go up there.
yeah. But you'd be having fun at least, for this. This is
Yeah.
what we're here for today, to entertain and
Go
have
to
fun.
corner. I want to see
Or-
what's
See,
available.
look, I like G-Man. Me and you think a lot alike, bro. This is about Raekwon Davis. He's too long. He plays too high. Yes, that's what I thought since we drafted him, bro.
Is your guy gone? My God.
Who's
Well,
that?
Justin likes the Travius Martin, but it may be a bit
Chartavius.
too early. But that might be a bit too early in the sixth round for you, Justin. But I know you like him.
Yep. What's that safety though?
What's
Oh, my computer. Let's see.
Helms. What's overall? So look, you got two linebackers and a nose. I really like that, honestly.
how
Two
about
linebackers
what's
and
your?
a nose.
Did you say you like the kid from Pittsburgh?
Yeah, dude. That Habukak Baldonado. He's awesome, bro. That kid's gonna be something one day. Might take a year or two, but he's gonna be something, dude. He's good.
Okay. Yeah, but if we draft him, we would need to bring back Ogba, though. That's the issue.
Why?
He's you said he can't start right away.
But neither is Ogba. You just put him into a pass rusher position. You throw him right behind Chubb. He's a 5-tech.
Cameron Peoples.
You like people?
I really like that Peoples kid. I need to go look at this dude's tape.
You want him, Judge? You want to take Peoples?
I would.
No, wait. Go to receiver first.
You
I want
take
to see
it.
what
Let Anthony choose it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take Peoples right there. No.
Nathaniel Dell, Raheem Jarrett.
I would take Nathaniel Dell or rock him paid in full Jarrett, baby.
We already have.
We
drafted a guy in the third round last year.
Yeah.
Yep, we did. That's why I wouldn't take a receiver.
Go to tight end. See what's available at tight end.
I'm just not into rookie tight ends either this year. I'm done waiting for them to produce like Hunter Long. I've been waiting for 2 years now.
Go to special teams.
Guaranteed Turk will be there.
Okay,
Moody.
go. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? Go to kicker.
Oh,
You're gonna
kicker.
take Moody or
Nope.
Mevis.
Mevis
Mevis
is gone.
Mevis is gone.
Well,
See,
what
look
is
at
your
that.
opinion on Ruggles from?
Hey, bro, look at that. The kicker's stock rose. Mevis's stock rose, bro. Check that out. See, telling you, bro. I told you that's a weapon.
Yeah, I'll go Ruggles and then Matt Turk as my last two picks.
Special teams.
Well, you need them.
Yep.
That's for sure. Well, hopefully Morstead just.
You need to be strong up the middle on defense, nose tackle, middle linebacker, and free safety. Absolutely, bro. And that's where we're weak right now, besides free safety.
Let me go back to punt. My computer's acting weird. I don't know why.
In reality, G-Man, you're so right. In fact, I would go out there and on a limb.
Never mind.
I know we
Wow,
have
the punter went somewhere.
Connor
Mac
Williams.
Turk went to the Indianapolis at 231.
But I think Connor Williams should go be a
draft Brad Robbins for Michigan. I heard he's a great punter. Good punter too.
All right, we'll take him. Because Turk. I'm going to want to say Mac Turk every time I say it, but Turk is off the board. And there we go.
This draft is unrealistic. I don't think this happens.
It's very, very unrealistic.
Very unrealistic, dude. You're not getting Sanders and Campbell. And even if you did and you got Ika with him, I would be excited for that. Your defense would be so clowning with those 3 players to the top of that draft. It's not even funny.
Yeah, no, I can't believe did Sanders. I don't know. I guess these mock drafts are so laminated, and you never know what the algorithm. But I've never seen.
And
Sanders
it's random.
fall.
Sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't know what the team ahead of you is going to draft. That's the issue.
Of course, in real life, I'm talking about these mock draft simulators. It's weird how it's like I've never seen Drew Sanders fall that far.
G-Man, I agree. I do think Fangio can possibly get something out of Raekwon. This has to be his last chance. If you want to get something out of Raekwon, he needs to move over to a 3-tech. I've been saying this, the same thing like the Jerome Baker, the same thing with the Connor Williams. I know Connor Williams produced as the top 5 center last year. I want the best offensive line in the league. The best. Garrett Bradbury kick Connor Williams to left guard. Bam. Look what you got now. Teron Armstead, Connor Williams, Garrett Bradbury, Robert Hunt. Oh, my God. Go get Orlando Brown. Woo! Now you're cooking, dog.
No, actually, for me, I would rather spend it on the interior than.
I'd rather go get that tackle. That's his blind side, dude. Give me Orlando Brown. Anything it takes.
Daryl Washington.
You want to win? You want to win, dog. We need to do this thing the right way. Go get some beef up front, and let's get this damn thing done. Telling
if you get the elite guys in the interior, would this is an honest question? If we get the elite guys in the interior, have the elite guys in the interior plus Armstead and maybe a good right tackle, would you be okay with that? Bringing back a Brandon Shell?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that if you went and added, any combination of these 4 or 3 players, like a Garrett Bradbury, Orlando Brown, but I'm dreaming, so I'll go Dalton Reisner. You know what I mean? And he can play right tackle, he can play left guard, he can play center. Any of those 3.
Dalton Reisner played tackle this year?
No, but he can play tackle. He's played 3 or 4 different line spots. He's a former Kansas State player.
Bill Schneider.
He can play left guard, he can play center, he can play right guard, or he can play right tackle. I think the only thing he really is not familiar with would be left tackle. I'm like Reisner. Bring Reisner, I'm with it, because then you can go re-sign Brandon Shell and be like, listen, now you're going to play swing tackle or compete with Liam and try to get him to play swing tackle. Then you also have Austin Jackson. He's got to beat out either Reisner or Shell, or you're off the damn team. Get out of here. I got no more time for your crap. Seriously, that's it. I'm done with Austin Jackson after this season. If you can't beat out one or the other, you're out of here. Same thing with Eichenberg. If I was their offensive line coach, your ass would have been out of here last year. I'm not playing no more games with that.
Thank you, everyone. You are watching, and make sure, please like and subscribe. You're watching Dolphins Daily, where we talk everything about the NFL draft. Tell your friends, tell everyone, come subscribe. Anthony spread the word for us, so we appreciate that. Fins up. We're about to wrap up, so I'll let Anthony and JP see if they have anything to close with today.
Not really. Like I said, I understand you don't want to be spending that much money, but to me, I understand the offensive line might be more important, but the linebacker, to me, on defense, we need a quarterback on that defense. We need the quarterback on the defense.
Dude, the offensive line is the biggest problem this team's had for the last 10 years. If you don't want to fix the offensive line, then you don't want to win that bad. I want linebackers.
If it's true that we might
need offensive line. Tell me you wouldn't pass that up, bro. We could go get a deal done for Orlando Brown, Garrett Bradbury, or Reisner, any of those, you wouldn't take that comment. Eliza Suamatu, the dude from the Eagles, Andre Dillard. I'll take anybody that can help on the offensive line that's established. It's good that we know we need offensive
Jawan
line.
Well,
Taylor.
you and G-Man are on the
Jawan
same
Taylor.
page again,
Yep.
Justin. If you read
Yep.
G-Man's comment, you will agree with it.
We need to stop having serviceable offensive linemen. We need a good to great O-line. That's how. Yeah, damn it. Yes, dude. Yes.
No,
this is
no,
exactly
and
what we
JP,
need.
I
If we
understand
wanna
why you're
win,
saying that, but
we
if it's
have to.
if we
have to.
end up if it's true that we end up trading for Lamar covers his
shit.
athleticism covers up for the decent offensive line. So Tua would need the elite offensive line. Lamar really does not need that.
No, he don't. But that's why if you see them like if they want to pass the ball around and you want to see them like, hey, we want to pass the way we did last year, Jawan Taylor makes a lot of sense, bro. Orlando Brown makes a lot of sense, bro. Because then you want to throw it around. But I'll be honest with you, dude, I want to run. I want to run the ball. The thing that makes the most sense and I think the quickest
A lot of teams are moving away from the run game though, in general.
What? Why? No, I honestly I know it's a passing league, bro, but everybody still runs the ball. Go look at the numbers.
And did someone say Lamar Thomas back in the day?
Yeah.
Or Lamar Jackson? I think he's just being
around.
silly, G-Man. But yeah, Lamar
honestly,
Thomas was
the quickest
back in
way
the day
to win the
receiver.
Super Bowl, you guys, if you want me to be quite honest with you, the quickest way to win a Super Bowl with what we have right now, not making no trades for Lamar, not bringing in Aaron Rodgers or
not bringing in Tom Brady.
I was just going to say not bringing in some 45-year-old or 47-year-old Tom Brady. Okay, the quickest way is go trade for Derrick Henry. You want to win? Go take some damn pressure off your quarterback. Have a running game you can lean on. Lean on in cold weather. Lean on in hard games and shove it down people's damn throat.
Is he
have something?
But you say Derrick Henry, but is he a linebacker or running back that's non-scheme specific? Is he a power gap guy, power gap runner?
He's a power gap, but it's not like it wouldn't work in this scheme, bro. Come on, it's Derrick Henry, bro. Derrick Henry. You give him the ball. You're like, listen, run right. You give him the ball, run left. Cut back. Here, I'm going to throw it to him.
And people underestimate how fast he is, too. He's a fast runner. He ran a fourth.
Thank you, G-Man. Derrick Henry fits any damn system. Any system, bro. It's like literally, it's same thing with Drew Sanders, bro. He fits any system. You can make it work with any guy like that.
I just think there's money that can be well spent getting a few positions, except for
I'll
getting.
go get Derrick Henry. You want to win? Go get Derrick Henry, bro. You go throw.
Yeah,
right
no,
now,
and the issue with
Jason
Derrick, we don't know
Sarney
how
is saying it's
worn
like a
down,
16
and also we don't know how worn down he is either.
I disagree. He's on not even 30 yet, bro. He's 28, 29 years old.
But Tennessee has
come
ran him into the ground most of his career.
Oh man, you're looking around things that you shouldn't, bro. Fine, you want to draft one? Let's go get Zach Charbonnet, but you're not guaranteed.
No, I'm not saying draft him. What I'm saying is, when you look how Tennessee used him most of his time there, you don't know how much tread he really has.
Dude, he's got plenty of tread left. I
don't know. I agree, but that's why a lot of teams don't give running backs that big second contract because they put a lot of wear and tear. You know, I mean, he's made his big second contract. I know, but still, I don't know. I agree, Anthony. Sometimes that's why running backs only have a short lifespan in this league. You know, it's not like the days when we were young and Walter Payton played forever and Eric Dickerson. These guys.
This isn't a normal running back, you guys. This guy's not normal. He could play linebacker in this league. He's 250 pounds and runs like the wind. Come on.
So he's Bo Jackson, is what you're saying.
He's what? Yeah, he's better than Bo Jackson.
About the injury.
Wait a minute. Don't go that far.
He's better
Bo
than
was
Bo
a
Jackson.
freak of nature, dude. Bo was a freak of nature. What are you talking about?
Bo Jackson got hurt and ended his career short. What's Derrick Henry doing besides just scoring 80 touchdowns? And dude, this is going to be one of the best running backs of all time when it's all said and done. Derrick Henry is a freaking freak of nature animal, bro. He's literally what you need in this system.
Apparently, Buffalo's going after him.
Why wouldn't you? If you're dumb not to. If I'm the GM of the Dolphins, dog, I'm on my phone right now. Like, hey, dog, you know something? Make this deal happen, dog. I'm not.
He got at least 3 good years left.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
I'll
she's
give him
not
4.
better than Bo. Thank you, G man. I'm gonna have to tell Justin after camera. He's going crazy. He
better
doesn't
than Bo
remember how
Jackson.
good Bo
You're
Jackson
crazy.
was.
Bo Jackson was a freak of nature, very fast, and it had the power, but he got hurt. So how was he
career-wise, if you want to compare stats, but 100% healthy, Bo Jackson was a beast.
Well, maybe not a healthy Bo Jackson, but I mean, I don't know. I think it's give or take. I'll take Derrick Henry, bro. Give me Derrick Henry.
Why do you have Bijan rated so low now?
Because I don't like him. No, I don't like. It's not that I don't like him. I don't think that. I don't see what everybody else sees, bro. This is how I.
You think Roshan is a little bit better than Bijan?
I'm not sure. I'm getting ready to do his card, but I think Roshan's like. I think he's close. I think he's really close to, real close to Bijan, dude. Yeah, I think he's gonna score like anywhere between an 88 and a 92.
You
don't think he gets anything above a 92 though? You don't think Roshan gets a 94 or 95?
I think that's pushing it. Maybe because I think he's a little quicker than people. I mean, he ran a 4.58. I know it's not fast, but for a man his size, I don't.
He's quicker than fast.
Yeah, he's fast for his size. He's 225 pounds, so I think it's that for.
Yeah, that's what people need to realize. Like when you look at the running back position, if a guy's running running back that's anyone above 225 that's running a 4.52, low 5.2 4.5s. That's fast because they're carrying around so much weight.
I agree. I think if you run anything under a 4.6 at that size, that you're doing something, bro. Like that's legit fast.
I think was Derrick Henry in the 4.4s or was he like in the 4.5s?
I think he's 4.5s. I think he was 4.5s. But I mean, to run at 250 pounds to run 4.5 speed, that's like a slow receiver, dude. It's to me, it's mind-boggling, bro.
That's a tight end.
Good. Yeah, he's so good, bro. Derrick Henry's, come on, man. He's so damn good. He would take so much pressure off of Tua, you guys.
Ask Brian Bosworth. Remember when the night he ran by him on a couple of plays and ran him over on a play? I was like, that was great night watching.
Bosworth. Ask the 5 people nightly who tried to tackle Derrick Henry how hard it is, bro. Brian Bosworth ain't nothing on these linebackers.
No, ask Bill Romanowski. Ask Bill Romanowski what Bo did to him. He knocked Bill Romanowski on his ass.
Yep.
And remember bombs in baseball too, and he throws ropes from the outfield to home plate on a dime. So I mean, the guy was incredible.
I think Derrick Henry. I think of the guys in the NFL right now, I think Derrick might be able to play in baseball. Honestly,
I don't know. All I know is that Derrick Henry's he's such a good running back, dude. I don't know why anybody wouldn't want to trade for that guy. I don't get it. Like, he takes pressure off of your team. You can hand it to him and be like, listen, just fall forward and you're going to get me 4 yards a carry. You can be like,
I'm not saying Derrick Henry's just not. I just don't know how good he is for the Dolphins under their current salary cap when we got so many other holes you got to fill and the money to fill in and got to take care of your own guys.
Now you drop your dead weight, you drop all that off to the Titans, you bring him over, you restructure his deal, and you keep dropping weight along the way.
He's a Florida kid too.
Yep. Not only that, but dude, I'm telling you, he's getting better. Like, I noticed that he's starting to catch the ball out of the backfield more. Come on, dude. Let's make this work, dog.
Well, speaking about work, our work here for the hour is over. We've run past our time. Anthony, thank you so much. And thank you for spreading the word, Anthony. We always love having you in here. We will be here again tomorrow if Justin's up for it.
Yes, sir.
So, all right. We'll be here
Are
tomorrow.
Are you guys reviewing the pro days coming up too, by chance?
Oh,
yeah,
Justin.
I'll be taking a look.
Yeah, Justin will take all that. We'll have updated scouting notes if anything changes in those things.
I want to see the Nolan Smith thing at the combine shocked me a little bit. So I want to see if he runs that same speed at his pro day. If he doesn't, I fear that combine speed was a little bit exaggerated. If he runs slower than he ran at the combine at Georgia for their pro day, does it worry you?
Maybe a little, but not much.
No, if he ran a 4.48. Let's say he runs a 4.46. Does that scare you?
Probably, yeah, because that's kind of a
Later,
bit of a-
G-Man.
Later, G-Man.
See you guys.
All right, later,
guys.
Anthony.
I
Hey,
gotta
sorry,
go.
Anthony. We got to just run. Justin, as always, it's been fun. We're past our time. See you tomorrow morning, as always.
I'll see you, bro. I
It was
gotta run,
another
so I'll
fun
catch you on the
show.
flip.
Thank you for your time, and we're gonna close out. I see you backstage.